Hi, I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for BetterTOEFLScores.com. And these comments are for MY. You sent me a writing practice test, I think, yesterday, and I'm going to do your free writing practice test evaluation right now so you can kind of understand your strengths and weaknesses as a writer. You can kind of figure out from 0 to 30 what your estimated writing score is right now. I scored you at 375 out of 5, 24 points out of 30. So the topic that you responded to is, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Teachers should be paid according to how much their students learn. Give specific reasons and examples to support your opinion. If you look at the modified rubrics that I have to help you understand your writing score, you address the topic and task. However, one of the paragraphs, it wasn't exactly clear how it connected back to the writing purpose. So that's one thing. You had some problems with your word choice or your grammar that made some ideas a little bit unclear, and that's kind of why I gave you the score that I did. The good thing is your essay is very developed. You wrote more than 400 words. Your paragraphs are very well developed. Now, the one thing that I want you to be careful about, these sentences in red says, I feel this way for several reasons, which I will explore in my subsequent essay. You have my personal experience is a compelling example of this. Now, I'm going to show you something. So I wrote an article a while back. Let me see when the final date on this is. This is probably about a year ago that I put together this article, so I want to show you something. I feel this way for two main reasons, which I'll explain in the following essay, or I feel this way for two main reasons. I'll develop these ideas in the subsequent paragraphs. Now, all of these thesis statements I have seen many times. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that the IBT human raters, when they're grading your essay, they will see those sentences. And those sentences appear to be memorized. So that's my first suggestion is you need a little bit better introduction. My suggestion is the introduction needs to be closer to 100 words, and then you need a thesis which will restate the reasons that you've mentioned in these two body paragraphs. So that's my first suggestion. Now, I like in the second paragraph, this is a really good topic sentence. You say there are subjects that are difficult to determine how much the student learned, which makes a speculation, teacher's payment a challenge. So I can see the connection of ideas there. Now, in this one, though, it says teachers also play a role in teaching morals, which are areas where robots can't currently lecture to students. But the question is, how does this topic sentence here, how does it relate back to the purpose, which is why teachers should or should not be paid according to how much your students learn? So that's where I scored you lower than a 4 because it isn't clear how these ideas connect back to the purpose of the writing. In fact, it isn't very clear until you get here. If professors are paid according to how much a student learns a concept, teachers would be pressured to force their students to concentrate on only academics that would negatively interfere you want to put with the student's mental growth. So I would take this idea as a topic sentence and put it in the beginning of this paragraph and then prove that idea. So instead of talking about morals and ethics, I think you should talk about this argument that you've made here, and this better connects back to the purpose of the writing. Okay, so I think that's kind of why I gave you the score that I did. You also have some grammatical issues. I'll just point out one here. You say if teachers are evaluated, their income would be, so this word needs to change to were. if teachers were evaluated. So you're using what's called past tense verbs to talk about a present and possible reality. So you also had trouble with that verb tense again when you got to the end of this next paragraph. So the good news is your writing is very well developed. Your examples are very, very strong. That's good, but you still need to connect ideas together a little bit better, and you need a more specific thesis statement in the first paragraph, and you definitely need a better topic sentence in this paragraph, and that's why I gave you the score that I did. All right, now don't forget, in this email, if you look below my name, you can learn about some services. I actually have some excellent services to help you with your writing proficiency. I have TOEFL private lessons. I have a TOEFL speaking and writing feedback service. I even have online TOEFL courses to help you improve your academic English so you can score higher on the TOEFL exam. All right? And thank you for completing this practice test.